Morgan Frost.
Oh.
5 points on the season. Yeah.
Yes, this is
My
accurate.
mom really likes Almond Joys.
It's a
I
friggin'
just-
letdown.
I just
What
hate
is this-
coconut.
What is this doing in my
I
basket?
believe Brenna's favorite is
Brenna.
Almond
That's
Joy.
Almond Joy. Okay.
So
listen, I just don't like
I don't like
coconut.
coconut either.
I just don't like
No,
coconut.
it's not
a
for me.
texture thing.
It's too sweet.
I
That's
just
my problem with like the coconut bit. It's just like
I just think it's like sand. It's like what am
it
I?
is gross.
What's
Yeah, I don't
going
like
on
it.
here?
It's not for me.
Anyway, Morgan Frost, 5 points on the season, all assists, and his game log is just like he is a trick by definition. No points, 1 assist,
Not good.
2 assists,
Not
then
great.
4 straight with no points, and he was a -8 in those games. Then
Well.
1 assist, then 0 points, and then last night he picks up the secondary on Forster's goal. It's just like, what are you? You're a trick. You're good.
Figure out what you do.
You had all summer to figure out what you do. Like, we gave you Mish. It lasted like 2 games.
Yeah.
The guy that John Tortorella is like, I'm just gonna make a case we gotta buy him out. We're gonna get rid of Sean Couturier, whether it costs us like basically his whole salary because of the signing bonus situation for the first half of the buyout. I'm gonna put him on the 4th line and make Danny Briere buy him out. Nah, he's the 1C
Yeah, he's
again
the 1C
because
again.
Morgan Frost is even
well.
worse. Like, there's something there. We don't have to get into the whole argument we got into last night because that was 20 minutes of the post game.
It sure was.
But
Wasn't expecting that one.
I'm fed up with him. And he's going to have a stretch where I'm like, oh, yeah, good for him.
Yeah, he's great.
He's doing real well. And then he's going to do this again. I just need him to be better than a half a point a game player. Like, he doesn't do anything else well enough to be like, oh, yeah, 40 points is enough.
You know what I think has disappointed me the most about Morgan Frost to start this season is I had been wondering for 2 years, multiple years, what will Morgan Frost be if he doesn't get jerked around like crazy to start a season? Because you have 1 year he gets hurt, he busts up his shoulder.
Yeah.
Then he gets screwed around by John Tortorella at the beginning of 2 straight seasons where it's like, oh, you're a scratch. Sorry, don't like you. And then he seems like he gets going in like December. And my thought was, I'd love to see a full 82-game season of Morgan Frost when he's not getting jerked around, when they just let him play through it and see what he does. And unfortunately, it looks like Morgan Frost maybe is a slow starter because he's not getting pulled out of the lineup. Like, he got put on the 4th line for a little bit in 1 game, but he's been a staple on that top power play unit. He played with Matvei Michkov, a guy who at 19 is scoring at nearly a point per game pace, and he's still struggling to start the year. I'm disappointed because he's getting the leash I wanted him to get to start a season. He's not getting messed with by Torts too much.
Yeah.
And yet he's still not living up to the expectations that we had for him. That's disappointing for me.
Perfect flyer. Slow starter.
Slow starter.
what we
And
do
that's what's annoying is I know he will have a hot streak. He will have 8
Yeah, he'll
points in
figure it
6
out.
games at one point, and we'll be like, oh, his numbers look okay. And then they'll dip back down, and at the end of the year, he'll be around half a point a game. And it's John Tortorella's issue with him from last year, where they go, oh, it really looks like he's worked on the details. He's better defensively. Contrary to popular belief, he is winning some faceoffs. Maybe not at the right times,
Yeah.
Well, like, that's the thing about faceoffs is overall it's an overrated stat, but there can be huge faceoffs.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's losing them at those inopportune times, but his percentage is over 50. I just need him to score, and he doesn't score enough. And that's the problem. He has no goals.
He's had some opportunities too.
That's
He's had
the
some big
thing.
opportunities.
That's what's driving me crazy. Is I don't know what's going on. Like, it's just yips because he's getting opportunities, and it's like, just put it in the net.
He is getting opportunities. Like, I'm thinking that one wraparound. He's had
Yes.
a couple,
There were a couple of open, like,
a couple
wide
open nets that
Yeah.
he's missed. But even if you toss him one of those goals, I don't think he has been impactful enough consistently in the offensive zone.
No,
overall.
definitely.
Like, yeah, maybe you give him a goal where he should have finished that one, but he's still then only at what, 1 goal and 4 assists?
Yeah.
That's not enough. You
No.
want to see more from Morgan Frost, especially given the fact that he's on a top power play unit that's actually clicking, and he was getting time to start the year with Matvei Michkov. You just want to see more, and we're not seeing it.
Frosty treat. All right.
Lord.
I think he can turn it around. I do. I was hoping that we wouldn't have to go through this again.
No.
And this time the coaches are actually giving him a leash, and we're going through this again.
He will absolutely turn it around, and then there will be, if you start from November 12th through January 2nd, he was producing at the top of the league, great. It's like, yes, but there's 82 games in a season.
Exactly.
He can't only be good for 30 of them at a time.
Yeah.
And that's what he's been for several years now. It's very frustrating, much like coconut.
We all silly like the mayor.